転生
Yeah, my name's Akashi and today we got the final form Cooler Zenkai Awakening Showcase. 800% level 5000 and he's beautiful. Now before I get into this video, Lineage of Evil is not really my team. Like I don't use them, I don't see myself using them, I don't really like the team. I'm gonna keep it 100. They're OP team, they're very overpowered, they're a strong team, but I just don't mess with it. Like it's not for me. I don't mess with the Lineage of Evil family. I mess with Cooler. I don't mess with Frieza. Like I don't dislike him, but I just don't like how the team works. It's not in my favor. I don't know. Just my bias. But I actually looked into how the Lineage of Evil team works, because before I would just use it and kind of like go in blindly. But obviously everybody has their bit to play on the Lineage of Evil team, just like any team. So I actually looked at Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza is actually stronger at the first 60 seconds of a battle, and then every time he switches in, he gets damage inflicted for a certain amount of time accounts, and then he also gives the enemy a debuff. Full power Frieza, you know, with his switching, he gets key, he takes the enemy's key, and his special arts card has a cost decrease for a certain amount of time, I believe so. And then I found with the purple final form Cooler, the transforming one, that his well, basically, long story short, his unit basically gets stronger as he's the last one alive. But that's just an overall kind of like look into the Lineage of Evil team. I didn't want to go into depth. I haven't even spoken about final form Cooler, the blue one, the Zenkai, who this video is about, because we're going to be covering him in this whole video. But you know the Lineage of Evil team, and if I had legendary finish Frieza, then it'd be much different, but I don't, so it is what it is. The main three I'm pretty much going to be running is Final Form Cooler, Golden Frieza, Full Power Frieza, and I might use Final Form Cooler, the purple one, but probably not. But yeah, let's actually get into the Zenkai. So you know I got the animation on the right like I normally do. It's looking beautiful, stunning. His art is actually amazing and I mess with it heavy. But Final Form Cooler, Zenkai Awaken 1. Health is at 2 mil, strike attack 226k, blast attack 211k, strike defense 133k, and the same thing for the blast defense. Critical 4.3k and the key restore is 2.2k. Now at the moment his stats are actually pretty good actually. Like they're good stats for a Zenkai Awakening, and out of all the Zenkai Awakenable characters, he's actually top 3. Like probably top 2 actually, depending on how strong your Lineage of Evil team is. But especially if you get him up the Zenkai, he's probably second. Beerus is just nuts, but Final Form Cooler is actually up there. Now you know Cooler, he's a Sagas from the movies character. He carries 2 strike cards, Transforming Warrior, and he's Lineage of Evil. That's the first page of the stats, and he's a melee type, which you should have gathered from the 2 strike cards. Now let's go into the arts. His strike cards, it has blast armor, which you should know as well. So here's his blast arts. Blast arts he will take damage, but he will just go through it. His blast arts is normal. His special move is called Supernova, and it can be taught. It deals major explode damage and reduces the enemy ki by 50 on hit. And it cannot be nullified by most other special moves, so it actually takes priority. So I feel like if you're meant to get a clash, it will actually just go over. Like I mess with it, Supernova, it goes stupid. I mess with it. His special skill, Matchless Pride, 20% to strike damage inflicted, and you can only do that 3 times, so it only goes up to 60%. And it changes all your blast arts cards to strike arts, which is actually in his favor because he does more strike damage than blast damage. And he also has an ultimate art, which is activated by his main ability. It's called Atomic Supernova. Deals massive explode damage, 40% to up ultimate damage, which is the Rise and Rush. Inflicted up for 3 timer counts upon activation. I mean, the ultimate damage is the card, but you get the gist. No, the ultimate damage is the Rise and Rush. It just doesn't specify it like that. And then you draw a special arts card next on hit, and this card also has blast armor. Off topic, something I noticed was like, I find it so dumb that Kefla has blast armor with her strike arts, but not with her ultimate arts, and that's so annoying. But just generally fighting fusion teams a lot, like that's just something I noticed. But let's go into the abilities now. So his main ability, I'm the strongest in the universe. You draw the ultimate arts card, Atomic Supernova next, which is what I just talked about. It now restores ki by 30, which it didn't before, and I find that so beautiful. Like, you're always going to be able to get off. So if you don't have ki, all you pretty much need is an empty slot in your deck of cards, and then you'll be good. And you're going to do some beautiful damage. And it reduces damage received by 25% for 30 timer counts, so it basically just makes you a monster. You can probably tank a lot of stuff after that, and all you need is 25 timer counts to elapse. His Z ability is Lineage of Evil, and it stays that way all the way to 7+ stars, which is the top Z ability 4. Then the Zenkai ability, you know, the usual, it does his color, so blue, and then it's tag Lineage of Evil, 20% to base strike attack, 20% to base blast attack, 15% to base strike defense, 15% to base blast defense, and then it obviously goes up as you further Zenkai awaken him. Unique ability, Call of Evil. This is the first one. It says, applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield if there is a tag Lineage of Evil battle member other than this character in the party. This one was here before, and what it does is, when Cooler comes in, he will get 40% to damage inflicted, -5 to his strike, blast, and special arts cost, and then 50% to his ki recovery, so he's going to be generating ki a lot faster than he was before. And that's very beautiful. Like, he's just looking good on paper, and using him, he does prove to be as good as it shows on the paper. His second unique ability, Cold Hearted Family, applies the following effects to allied tag Lineage of Evil when this character is switched to standby. So now when you switch him out, so say if I went from Final Form Cooler to Golden Freezer or Full Power Freezer, they would get 35% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, and they'd also get 30% to critical rate for 20 timer counts, and their ki is restored by 20. So it's kind of like a Goku Youth with the ki thing on switch out, but it's also like a Bardock getting the critical rate, and there's also the damage inflicted. It's just really going to make a Lineage of Evil team broken. If you start the battle with Final Form Cooler, the Zenkai obviously, and then switch out to Golden Freezer, and Golden Freezer has a lot of buffs at the start of the battle, that combo there is going to make you do a lot of damage. So you want to be the one to start the battle getting the hits first. You don't want to get hit first the other way. Like, that will literally change the fate of the battle. Like, it's nuts. It's actually nuts. And then he has 2 other unique abilities. Should I read them? Merciless Pursuit. The following effects occurs every time this character uses his strike arts. So he actually gets buffs, kind of like Charlotte and Vegeta, the LF. For every strike arts, he does inflicts enemy with attribute 10% damage received, and inflicts enemy with attribute -20% to health restoration. That's at a depth, so I believe class 3. And then at class 6, he gets uncontestable power, and what it does is, the following effects occur when this character evades an enemy attack with a vanish step. So if Cooler uses a vanish step, he gets 30 ki and 15% to strike damage inflicted for 10 timer counts just for using the vanish step, and reduces next damage received by 20%, cannot be stacked. So if you vanish step and you stay in, you're gonna take a lot of damage. That's at class 6. Wow. I believe he's actually very worth getting to Zenkai 6. Zenkai 7, he's stronger, but like, unless you're gonna fill up the panels, there's no point, because the panels are hefty. I'm not gonna lie, they're very difficult to fill up. But like this unit here, Cooler, he's actually looking mad, like proper mad. everything he's doing is actually just going to be a problem. And the Lineage of Evil team is already nuts. I don't have legendary finish Freezer, unfortunately, but I know he does some major buffs. Like, he's a support type, so using him on your team with this cooler, like, that's a problem. So if you got the Lineage of Evil team, I definitely suggest you using it. It's a team that will definitely get you some wins. It was a very problematic team if you can get the Zenkai Awakening cooler. It's not my favor. I'm going to be using my Goku Youth Zenkai 7. That's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, just overall, no problems with this team. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, press the subscribe button. I do showcases on all the Zenkai units, and I do everything on this channel. Dragon Ball Legends, that's me, Zakashi. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Comments more than anything. I'm not fussed about likes, but comments, because that's where the interaction's at. I got video requests coming, and I'm actually going to make an update on how to Zenkai Awaken a unit. That should be up the day after this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. This gameplay is pretty much over. It's the last one, so you guys just watch the rest of this. But besides from that, guys, my name is Zakashi, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Out of my Get out of my None in the universe is my equal.